feel like high-waisted jeans is not the one to wear on this podcast because you can see a little muffin.
You can't really. Here, this is what, if you wanted to see.
Oh, can you see?
Did I knock something off? You good?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, just don't talk for a few seconds because I'm going to do the intro music.
Okay.
Just so we can get the clean intro and then, you guys do your thing. All right? Cool.
I've never freestyled this before. No notes. No notes. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Lorraine Lopez Loves. This week we have Betsy Cox, comedian, writer, actress, my comedy wife, one of my best friends. So welcome, Betsy.
Thank you, Lorraine Lopez. I can tell you love me. This is my second time here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I love you too. Oh my goodness.
So we're actually doing a comedy show together that we are producing. So
yes.
I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm really excited about that. Kiss My Ass comedy show.
Yeah. It's a great name.
It's a great name. We have some really good comics booked too.
We got Kate Quigley. Can we say the other one? Yeah. Can we say it? No, we can't. Okay.
I don't know if we can say it, but we
can't
have.
say it. We have a special guest. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, we'll have one really big comic, at least one, every show. Really
And
excited.
We will have like a bunch of drop-ins that are going to be good too.
Yeah, which is really cool. So it's good we got that on and out of the way. So I wanted to tell you, has anyone seen the movie MASH here?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say I went and saw the movie last night and I thought, wow, this movie would not fly today.
Oh, you mean it's an old movie?
It's an old movie that the TV show's based on.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I love watching a lot of comedies because I feel like growing up, I didn't watch like that many films because we didn't have a lot of money. So like when we went to the movies, it was like the dollar show. So, and it was like, we saw like Mannequin and we would just stay in the theater and watch. It was
damn Mannequin.
That.
I forgot about that movie.
Oh my God. That was like the movie of the century. Mm-hmm, don't you think? Mm-hmm. Is it just because we're chicks and it's a chick flick? I mean, it is the best. Who thought of that idea? Brilliant.
Okay. I want to watch that again soon. If you guys don't know what it is, it's about a mannequin in a store that comes to life. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's just, but it was a human and she was like banished into a mannequin in the old ancient times, right? Was the beginning. And then her magic at night, she can come alive as a mannequin, but no one can see her come alive. And then somebody sees her and la 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 love.
She falls in love.
Yep.
Okay. So MASH was just not for our time.
You know what? It's funny, but with the whole women's rights movement, yeah, I was like, wow, the hell did they get away with this?
It's so interesting to see old stuff, because it's like not that long ago. Mm-hmm. Even things that are like 6 years ago, you're like, oh shit,
Oh man, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's totally crazy. And you think like, wow, the writers got away. Yeah, anyway, if you haven't seen MASH, go back and watch it. Classic.
Also,
what?
If the new Curb Your Enthusiasm season is insane, and it talks a lot about like even stupid. I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but it brings situations that are not actual sexual harassment and women taking it too far, and then that's just so funny.
It's so funny. I'm sure we have tons of people that are totally offended by the new Curb. I have never in my life laughed so hard.
It's so good. If you haven't, please watch it. Larry is on the GQ magazine. I have to buy it and frame it because I'm obsessed with him.
Oh my God, he killed it. This season, it crushed.
The best.
I mean, it's just the best time to do a TV show like that. When he wore the Make America Great Again, hat, oh my God. By the way, not that this is political, but my jaw's on the ground. I'm so floored that Trump did not get kicked out of office.
It's crazy. It really makes me think he's going to get elected again.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. 100%. It's just like, I'm just blown away.
It's crazy.
You know, and I start to ask myself, where is the love in the world? Where is the love?
How is it every Republican, except one, like, voted to not have him out of the office? Like, I don't understand that. Like, at least if it doesn't matter if you're whatever, if you're Republican, Democrat, I don't care. But, like, do you even care what's right and wrong?
That's what I was.
That's
yeah,
terrifying.
It's like
apparently
right is
not.
right, wrong is wrong. I know, it's so weird. See, Lorraine, I feel like me and you should just give up comedy and just
run for office.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna make you flyers, so.
I know. Yep.
That could be
a very funny comedy. We should do a short film.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see. Maybe we might be good.
This is insanely, yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
I don't know. It's a great idea.
Damn. I believe it.
I know. Can we just talk about, like, how much we drink these?
If you guys don't know, we're drinking yerba mates, and this is actually addicting, and it is kind of not good for your health.
Is it?
I mean, I remember I had heat stroke. I was drinking too much yerba mate. Yeah. I was so dehydrated. I couldn't sleep, and then I went hiking one day, and I had heat stroke, and I do think it was the yerba mate. I had to lay off for a little bit, but it is. I also just had a huge coffee, so you probably did too.
I had a coffee. I didn't have a large. I had a regular size, but I do like to have two regular size in the morning. It really gets me going. But I was thinking, you know, drinking this yerba mate. Remember when we drove to Arizona?
Yeah.
And we found that clothing store?
Yes, we did.
And we shopped so much that we could barely fit into the car.
It was crazy. It's a store called, should we even tell? Yeah, we should tell people because I love you guys. Okay, you're going to hear some good shit right now. It's called Last Chance. Yeah. It's in Phoenix, Arizona. Right?
Is it in Phoenix? It's in Scottsdale.
Oh, Scottsdale.
Yeah, we stayed in Phoenix, which is like 15 minutes away.
So it's crazy. It's everything in Nordstrom that they I don't know what is it?
It's like a Nordstrom outlet. So like if somebody buys something and returns it, it goes to like a Nordstrom rack or this for instance Last Chance, which is like a Nordstrom rack type of store.
Mm-hmm. And then they do extra sales every day. So we were there for like, I don't even know, 3 days, but every day we would go back because it'd be like red tag sale on shoes. And remember, this is terrible. And I don't even know how this is possible, but I did get like 15 pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Because they were like $5 each.
They were like $300 shoes.
Yes.
And they were like $5 and $10 or something because they did the rent. So like, you go to the store, people start getting in fist fights in the store. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we were like, it was so fun.
Remember, I was like, we're like hiding stuff. We're like, oh, let's hide it because what if it's on sale tomorrow? And then it was intense.
Lorraine,
and we did not need to go back. We did not need to go back.
You were like a crack addict in there. You were like, no, just let me get these shoes. It's like red tag special on aisle 14 in t-shirts. So he's like, oh my God, I need t-shirt.
Oh. But it was, honestly, that should be a trip. If you go, it's a wonderful trip to get Christmas presents. It's
a wonderful trip just to shop for the year. Remember they did the red tag and I got like a $600 coat for $30.
Yes, yeah. My mom, they got her that Diane von Furstenberg or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was amazing. That was an amazing trip. Anyway, the yerba mate reminded me because remember the night we went out to that live karaoke bar? We were dancing all night. Those firemen were like, "Hey, baby." That 21-year-old wanted to buy me a drink, and I was like, "Oh my God, honey, let me get you an Uber."
Oh my gosh.
He was a baby. I was like, 21. That was a fun night, but the next morning we had to drive home, and I was cracked out on Red Bull. Mm-hmm. Don't you wish we knew about yerba mate then?
Yeah. Maybe we couldn't find it. Maybe it's not an Arizona drink.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like one.
I was like cracked out to stay up.
Remember when we went out we were going out to dinner? We were going to like a super fancy dinner.
And Sophia? No.
No, I was going to say I was wearing my outfit and you were like, are you? Because I got that.
When you wore that.
Yeah.
That see-through mesh nightgown out.
Yes, I bought it at Last Chance the night before, and you were like, "You're not wearing that out, are you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's in style, Betsy."
Yeah.
And even till this day, like that is my look. It's my go-to. And then Chris is my boyfriend. If you guys haven't been tuning in, he's always like, "Are you wearing that out? Like, is this a pajama?" All the time.
It's a pajama. Yes, Chris. It's actually, I got a number of see-through lace pajama dress nightgowns. And do you wear tights under them?
No. That would be crazy.
When you put that on, I was like, you're like, Betsy, it's the style. I was like, what style? What style is it?
Because technically, there's dresses that are made to look like nightgowns that are sold for hundreds of dollars.
Right.
But I bought an actual nightgown.
Yeah.
And I wore it, and it was $5. So, yeah, there's a difference.
Right. I mean, I wear those like lacy lingerie bodysuits under like a box blazer with jeans. I mean, if you see me out at dinner, you'll see me in that every time. I have a number of them. But I have not worn a see-through nightgown out yet. I'll try it. You put a jean jacket over it. It actually looked really cute.
Boots.
We posted.
You had to post, yeah.
We posted the picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fun.
repost it. It's cute. Maybe that's what I'll put up for this thing.
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was
so
on my
cute.
Insta story.
Yeah, you should totally use it.
Okay.
I thought it was so funny when you went to that dinner and that.
It was so not appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept thinking, like, Scottsdale is supposed to be crazy. But we were in a place where it was, like, older people.
Yeah, because I feel like we stayed in the arts district. We probably should have stayed in Scottsdale. Mm-hmm. But I did love, like, remember the hotel had the weed convention? Mm-hmm. And y'all were chewing on the CBD?
I still have them. I don't know if they're expired or not. I just realized that I need to clean out all my shit because Chris is always going through my stuff and he'll be like, "Oh, do you have medicine for like your stomach?" And I'm like, "Here you go." And it was like expired 2015. He like, "This is not good." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I didn't know." And then the other day I was like, I have all these eye drops and I was like, "Oh, my eyes are hurting. I'm gonna get eye drops." And none of them were over the year of 2014.
I thought that was okay.
I don't know. Maybe it is. I think it might be fine.
I have ibuprofen that's like 10 years expired. I still take it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I heard that it just like weakens. It doesn't really go bad. It doesn't work as well, though. That's what I heard. I heard that you could eat canned food forever. That like canned soup never, ever goes bad. Legally, they have to put an expiration date on it.
That's pretty gross, though. What's wrong with the food? It has a lot of preservatives?
Yeah.
Okay.
That it just never goes bad. So when you eat that chicken soup in a can, like, what is that really doing to you?
And what does it just stay in your body? Like, that's disgusting.
It never goes bad. My neighbor is a hoarder, okay? God rest his soul because he passed away, and I'm devastated about it. Remember I told you about my neighbor? He was like 80. And I asked him to come help me with the big roach. And I was
No.
like, please, I'm begging you. I'm terrified of big roaches. And he's like, well, Betsy, I'm actually busy right now. I'm like, you're like 80 and you're in your garage drinking a case of beer all day. What are you busy doing?
So he didn't come over?
No. No.
But at that point, the roach is just gone.
No, I vacuumed the roach.
Oh, okay.
But you know how scary, Lorraine, you know how scary it is to vacuum a roach? Even though you
'Cause it's
take the pole and it's really far away, it's just the idea of like, I'm sorry, I'm an animal activist, but I'm terrified of roaches because I grew up with them.
But don't you think that the roach is still alive in your vacuum and now there's a bunch of babies in the vacuum?
You know, it's a good question. I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't want to tell you what I did, but I will tell you what I did.
What?
I vacuumed the roach, and a few days later, I had a guy come to the house to check like the HVAC. It's like the air conditioner unit. I think it like runs through the wall. And while he was there, I was like, listen, I'm wondering, are you scared of roaches? And he was like, no. And I was like, can you please, and I'm begging you, like, I will pay you extra since you're not scared. Do me a huge, huge favor. Can you take this vacuum bag out, seal it up, and throw it away from me? Because there is a big roach that I vacuumed up in the vacuum cleaner. He was like, thought that I was insanely crazy. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm really scared of roaches. He did it for me.
That's nice.
He's like, Betsy, because you're awesome, like, I love you, I will do this for you, but one time. Like, I cannot.
It's not even that hard for someone to do it, not someone else to do it. I'm curious, if you grew up with roaches, how wouldn't you think you'd be used to them? Like, it wouldn't freak you out as much?
I'm not used to them at all. You know, because in New Orleans, there's nothing but roaches all over the place. You can't even walk down the street without seeing roaches on the ground because it's the humidity. My mom one night left the back door open and we had like 10 roaches on the living room wall. We were screaming and crying. We called my neighbor Chris to come over and help us. My mom was like, we all three were grabbing onto my mom's legs and body. And she ran with shoes in the air like this, and roaches were flying into the shoe, like dropping. It was the most terrifying thing. That I will never forget that day as long as I live.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. So just because you grow up with them all over the place does not mean that you ever get used to them. I heard they're very nice little bugs too. They like to be pet. They're like have all these like really cool characteristics, but I just feel like when there's a roach around, I'm in the room with a serial killer. Like,
But
I'm
they're
gonna
like
die.
dirty. They're not, they're not good.
Yeah, you know, it's weird because I do love crickets. Isn't that weird? I'm obsessed with crickets.
That is weird.
I think they're so cute, and I love watching them hop.
I didn't know the difference between a cricket and a roach probably till 2 years ago. I thought there was crickets keep jumping into my apartment from the screen door doesn't close all the way. So I would have a cricket here and there dead by the door, and I was like freaking out, super scared. Now I don't care. Now I know what they are, and I'm like, I'm cool. But
yeah, they'll eat like spiders or like bugs. I think it's so weird because I am obsessed with spiders. I know you know this, right? That like I catch them and I will like put them in a place where they can get food. Oh, you came over and I had orb weavers, and I do everything I can to save them.
This is a bug. I feel like this is a bug episode. It is. There's a lot of bugs. I feel like there's so many bug stories. It's true. I actually have a joke about a bug that I'm trying to write this week.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, it's like this is not the joke, but I'll tell you a gist of it. Is I try to kill a silverfish. I think I already told you this story.
You did not tell me this story.
Oh, yeah, there's a huge ass silverfish in my apartment. It was in my room, and it was so thick and big that I was like, and I mean, believe me, the first time I saw a silverfish, I was traumatized. Now I'm like, I see them around. Let's just say that. But this one was ginormous in my room. So I went to kill it with a shoe, but it was like a hard surface, flat wooden platform, so I couldn't get it. And it just went and ran into all my shoes. But I was like worried, like, what the fuck? Like, I want to know, what am I doing? Why is it here? What do I need to do to get it out? And I found out that they live for 2 days to 9 years.
Stop.
Yes, it's ridiculous and disgusting.
Silverfish
That's
live
why it was so big. It
for
was
2 days or 9 years.
Yes.
So they can be 9 years old.
Yes, and I think that one was living in my apartment longer than I have, and it's been 5 years since I've been there. It was gross. And the silverfish, it's called silverfish because it moves like a fish, but it looks like a centipede. It looks like it could have heads everywhere. It's disgusting. I also found out that it lives in urban areas, which I realized that I don't know what urban meant, because I was like, why do they have to make it racial? Why? Right? They don't have to be like, make it racial bug
I thought
shit.
it meant populated area.
I guess it means city. So,
yeah,
I guess.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's because we worked urban nights.
Yeah, we worked
That's
urban.
because we worked urban nights.
Urban nights, and also we do urban comedy nights too.
Yeah,
like urban
all the
shows.
time.
So
yeah.
So you get confused, and actually, when I tell Chris about, I'm doing this urban show, he's always like, "Whoa!" Like he gets super sensitive about it. I'm like, "No, that's just what it's called. That's what it is." I don't know. That's all Latino night. What's the problem? It's okay. We can say that. So So then I go back to the joke about my boyfriend being. What do I say about him? He's white, but don't tell him that. Because he's dealing with white guilt every day, all day long, and I think it makes him feel better about himself that he's dating a Mexican girl. Oh, thank you. And every day it's like he's trying to out Mexican me. Like, okay, dude, I get it. You love tacos.
It's like me.
But he's also a male activist, and I don't know how to really work this part of the joke, but like, he didn't like my micropenis joke. But he is like always thinking about male rights and stuff. But I should be more understanding to what men have been going through, like as a white, good-looking male in his 30s. What he's been going through since 2017, It's been a rough 2 years.
2 years.
But then after I also say that so this is all crazy, just babbling. I'm basically doing an open mic right now, guys. Okay, work with me. So then I am also saying that my boyfriend also thinks that I had a lot of crazy sex in my apartment before I met him, because I have a lot of marks all over my walls.
That's hilarious.
And I let him think that, because I rather him thinking that I've had a lot of crazy sex than knowing that I just have a lot of silverfish. It's stupid.
A lot of
Silverfish is a bug, in case you're coming in late in the episode. Sorry.
And Lorraine is infested with them. No,
I'm not. I really don't. I haven't had a silverfish in a while.
You have
but
one
it was
9-year-old.
one big one.
Maybe 7-year-old. One 7-year-old.
It's basically
silverfish.
my pet, okay?
I
I'm
know.
a pet.
That's what's crazy. If they live for 9 years, it's like a pet.
Like, yeah, if I see it again, if I keep seeing it around, like, I'm not going to want to kill it, because now...
What do they eat?
I think what's so crazy? I think one of the things they eat is hair, and my hair falls out everywhere.
Yeah, so does mine. They eat hair. These damn silverfish. These sons of a guns. Mm-hmm. Lorraine, you're feeding them all day and night. That's why he's fat. That's why he's fat. That fat-ass silverfish.
That's why I should probably cut my hair.
Can I ask you a silverfish question?
Sure.
Wait, so is it the same one, or do you think there's like a family and they're...
No, that one was just one that I saw, because I haven't seen one in a long time. That was just the...
I've seen them. I've seen them at my house. I've seen silverfish.
They're around.
They're around. They're around. When I first saw one, I was like, I have never seen anything like this in my life.
What do they look like?
What is it?
I don't think I've seen one.
They look like a long centipede.
Yeah, it's like a long gray bug. How long was yours? Like this long?
Huge. Like it was like
that's
size of a pinky.
No, I've never seen a silverfish that big. You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding. No. It's
Lorraine,
almost
you need to
like...
capture this thing and see if that's like the world's longest silverfish. It's the size of your pinky?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. And
this
that's thick.
long?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen him this big, tops.
But for some reason, now that I've done my homework on him, because now it's a boy to me.
Have you named him?
Not yet, but I think if I see him one more time, I will. But I'm getting attached. I don't know if I'm going to kill him. I think I'm going to
you should keep
leave
him.
him.
Because he's probably like 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
He's got a year
Yeah.
left of his life. Like, let him live it out.
Exactly, right?
Because
And
it's
it probably kills little bugs too.
It probably does. I mean, look, I'm the worst. I leave bugs in the house. Unless it's a roach. Sorry, you're going out. You're out. Like, goodbye.
Yeah, no, I love spiders too. I won't kill a spider.
I love spiders.
I did once have a roach in my apartment. It was a long time ago.
I think I remember this.
But I was watching TV and I saw it in the distance just on like the wall. And I was like, what do? I grabbed my shoe off my foot and it was across the room. I threw it and it went boom and it killed it.
Wikipedia says that silverfish feed off of things such as shampoos, glue in books, linens, silks, other dead insects, and wallpaper.
Okay,
oh,
so
wow.
not hair. Where did I get hair from?
I just got wallpaper. Great.
Well, they basically went into my shoes and clothes, so that's cool. Now I have to kill them.
Oh my God. Okay, can I just tell you in my old apartment, and I miss my old apartment so much, but I don't know why I rented this apartment. It had like a small, tiny yard for the dogs, and at night there would be like 7 big roaches out in the backyard, and I was like, oh my God. And Steve traveled all the time. And it was when I was having to help my mom with my stepdad driving back and forth. I came home one night and there was a huge big roach on the side of the refrigerator by the back door where the doggy door is. So I never had to let my dogs out because I had a doggy door. So they could go out and come in all night. And the yard had these huge like fences so like raccoons couldn't get in and stuff like that. But like it was so crazy because this roach was so big. I was crying on the phone, screaming and crying with my mom. And I'm like, I have to sleep with this roach. Like, I want to kill Steve. I literally went into the bedroom, took towels and put them under the door and had to sleep with the roach in the house. And let me tell you, I want to let every woman out there know, this is a very important message for women. If you run outside screaming your brains out, help, 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 crying, having a heart attack, you're not going to get helped.
Never.
Like, you're going to die. So carry mace at all times because, so a few days later.
Probably because of that. Because
Yeah.
people, they are like, what? What was it? You're like a cockroach.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were getting murdered right now. And they're like, nah, I'm just going to.
No, nobody. So a week later, taking the trash out under the sink, and I feel a tickle on my arm, and the big roach crawled up my arm.
When was this?
This was years
Oh.
ago, but in LA.
Mm.
And I ran out the front door crying and screaming for help. Nobody came. Nobody.
I will say, if I heard a woman screaming for help and I like dropped everything and sprinted to her and it was a bug, I would be furious.
Why?
Because it's like,
It should make someone feel good to help someone out.
no, if you were in
Yeah.
danger, if you, just as a man, right? If I like went and I was like, oh my God, and I just like rushed over, dropped everything I was doing and just like sprinted to help and you were in danger, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm going to be like a good person and help. But if it was a bug, I'd be like, really? Like, I was in the middle of something. I had to like sprint over here. I guess it depends. Like if I wasn't busy, it wouldn't bother me. But if I like was, I don't know, if I was in the middle of doing something important and I heard a woman screaming,
So
and
you don't want to help us with bugs.
no,
Also,
no, my fiance freaks out at bugs and like she'll make me do shit like that. If I'm already in the house, it's fine. But if I can hear her and then I'm like comfortable on the couch, I'm like, I know you know how to kill this spider. Like I believe in you. You can do it yourself. You don't need me to like intervene and do this for you.
That's so. Have you guys ever seen a palmetto bug?
I don't think I know what that is.
They're in Florida. They're like way bigger than roaches. They have square-shaped faces. My neighbor actually, because I was in an enclosed apartment, came and helped me get that one. And he was dying laughing that I even was beating down his door. He's like, "You're beating on my door for this?" I was like, "Yeah." I can't sleep.
You have to say, they tell you when you're really in trouble,
Say fire.
fire. Because that's the only way someone is actually, because they're looking out for themselves. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fire. Like, I want to protect my shit too. Or so that's the only way.
Yeah. Say fire. So basically, oh my God, I cannot believe you just pulled
That's
that up. I'm about to have a
disgusting.
heart attack. Oh my God, I cannot.
So that's a palmetto bug, apparently.
It looks just like a roach.
Where's a palmetto bug?
I mean, I'm saying that's what it is, apparently. Where is it? Like, where's it from?
No, I don't see it. That's a roach.
I feel like we should
I'm
take
about
that
to have a
down.
heart
I
attack.
can't look at
I
that.
literally am sick.
I can't look at that.
I cannot eat.
Let's talk about Valentine's Day. If you know Betsy does not like to celebrate her birthday. Anything about her, she won't ever really, she doesn't want any attention on her.
Yeah.
But Valentine's Day is the day, that's her day. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know her, make sure to wish her a happy Valentine's Day. She likes, what are those little candies you like? Smarties?
Yeah. They're my favorite. You got me a cup full of them for Valentine's Day
Yeah.
with a little love mug.
Mm-hmm. What do you have plans this Valentine's Day?
I don't have full-blown plans yet, but I know that I'm going to go out somewhere because Steve's terrified of me.
Nice.
Yeah. All because that one year when we were dating and he didn't buy me a present, it ruined his life.
They
So,
almost broke up because of it.
yeah. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good that,
What
he
are you
knows
gonna-
now.
Oh, he knows. Yeah. He's scared. He got me one year. He got me a air fryer because I love fried food.
Oh, nice.
It's a worthless gift. I
You
like
never
to
used
fry
it?
it in grease. But yeah, no, I've used it. It's just like the healthy fried food, you know?
Yeah.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I think we're just going to Chris's friend is a chef and going to his restaurant. That's basically it. But the next day he's gonna come to a family party of mine, which is gonna be like probably 300 people there, and it's gonna be like mariachis and a taco guy and dancing. It's gonna be complete chaos.
Oh my
so I'm a
gosh.
little. He has not met any of my family, and now he's gonna meet like third cousins, fourth cousins, fifth cousins. It's gonna be all of them.
Oh my God, that's amazing. What are tell me some of the names of your family.
Chicha, Preta, Chuito, Chani, Chewy. Yeah, what else am I missing? Did I say Preta? Chuito.
Chuito.
Yeah.
I love that name. It's cute. I think if I get a dog, I want to use that name.
Chuito.
Yeah,
It
it's
is a really good
cute.
day.
Actually, you
mean-
should name your silverfish that.
No, I can't do that. I can't name my silverfish after my uncle
Why
who's
not?
living.
Why not?
Maybe
It's cute.
I'll name my silverfish Yerba Mate.
Mate.
Or no,
Yerba-
Giyaki.
Is that how you say that word?
I have no idea. Giyaki. I like
That's
that.
yeah, I like that too. Yeah, it's crazy that Valentine's Day is around the corner and how fast the year has just flown by.
It's insane.
Yeah, I know. But I'm really excited because we have our comedy show coming up and it's our first one.
Yeah.
Room that we're running together.
And we've been talking about doing it for so long. Like when we do our own show, and now we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I know. It's really exciting, but it's just we've been so busy.
Mm-hmm.
We literally, and we're pulling teeth to, get this done. So I'm really excited. And
Yeah.
it's such a great space. If anybody's listening that wants to come, it's at Antonio's
Yes.
on Melrose.
Which is right. It's like maybe 5 minutes away from the Hollywood Improv. It's kind of nice because in between all of the comedy clubs. So it's a great space and it's close to everything where we will be getting some big drop-ins because it is,
Yeah.
people to work out material and stuff. But it's going to be fun. They have like the best margaritas. It's family owned. Antonio is there like every day. He's super old and his son is like the bartender, and then the grandson is like the busboy. It's super fucking cool, and the service is so good.
And the back room that we're using for it is beautiful.
Yeah.
And listen, I am like living on Mexican food, so I'm gonna tell you guys the food. Remember, he's like, "Oh, you're vegan? No problem. Like, the beans and rice aren't cooked in chicken stock." He's like, "You can have that." And the potato tacos are to die for. On your birthday, I got the potato tacos there. I have never in my life had a potato taco so good.
Really?
Lorraine. And the pico de gallo has jalapenos in it. I put it all over with the spicy salsa. It was so good.
Have you had the potato tacos at El Carmen? Because those are pretty good too.
I feel like because we go there all the time. Remember, we used to go on late nights. We would go at like midnight after like a show or something.
Yeah.
We'd meet up there. Yeah, I've had all the mushroom tacos at El Carmen are to die for.
Yeah.
But Antonio's is pretty, and it's like so family style. I just like hanging out there. So I'm excited.
Great vibe.
And people will be able to eat really good food, you know, and like get dinner.
Yeah.
You know me, I love wherever I go to get a little something to eat.
No, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be good.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's talk about. Oh, you give me a sign?
Yeah.
oh, that's
You're good. You're at 36 minutes.
Oh, okay. You said 40. Okay.
I'll let you know.
Cool.
Don't worry.
Okay. I thought that was the look. I was like, oh.
No, I'm just
Oh, okay.
a passive observer, occasional chimer inner. I don't know what the term would be.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
a given a looker.
Sure.
Given the look.
So Betsy is from New Orleans.
Yeah. You went to New Orleans.
Yeah, I love New Orleans.
You love New Orleans.
I love all like the oysters, the fried oysters and stuff.
Yeah. No, I know. I used to eat oyster po' boys all the time. All the time. Yeah. New Orleans is so different because it's just like, wait, didn't you? No, wait, it was you that said to me, Betsy, I've had friends that have gotten killed in New Orleans.
Oh my God.
Our friends'
Oh,
friends.
yeah. No, because I was going to New Orleans and then someone was like, oh my gosh, don't go. My friend went and she's been missing. She's kidnapped right now. It was like a bachelorette trip and she was talking to some guy and all of a sudden no one knows where she's at. And then I was like, oh shit, okay. But I mean also...
No, because I think people don't realize it is like one of the most dangerous cities. I think New Orleans and Gary.
I think most people think of New Orleans as the French Quarter. Like I've been a few times for like bachelor weekends and stuff, and everything we did was either just like the bar. Was it Canal Street and Bourbon Street? Is that it?
It's Bourbon Street and.
But that's where people get kidnapped.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Last time I was there was like 5 or 6 years ago, and we were going to breakfast and doing just like I love doing all the brunches and the vampire tours and the ghost tours because they're really fun. But I took my friend home with me and we did this vampire tour and I saw this like kind of homeless looking woman like rubbing on this guy on the tour's butt and I'm like, what is going on? I look to the left and I'm like, and he turns around thinking it's his girlfriend. It's her. He jumps 20 feet. She was like trying to pickpocket him, acting like she was his girlfriend. And this is with 30 people standing around, by the way, like, and then people walking the streets. And then she walks over by 2 guys, and then me and my friend go to Bourbon Street. We're walking back, and the streets are deserted. And I'm walking down the street, and I see the 2 guys jump on a bike and ride their bike towards us. And I'm like,
oh, no.
And I didn't realize she was pickpocketing him to this moment when I was walking down the street, and I was like, oh, my God, that girl was pickpocketing that guy. I was like, look, for any open bar, we are about to get robbed. And, you'll have a gun pulled out on your head in less than a second there. And then we started speed walking and to the left on the next corner, found an open bar and flew in to the open bar. And I was like, I don't even want to walk out of here.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, it's really dangerous because you know how it is. It's like those dark alleys. Like last time I was home, somebody got beat to death, like drunk, walking back to their hotel, not paying attention. Somebody stepped out on a dark alley, knocked them out a couple of times and robbed them, but the person died.
Yeah, well, that's what I feel like is happening now in like Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Because I got off of work and normally I'll walk to like Tocaya to get food. It's like maybe 7 blocks away. And then the other day I was like walking and I'm like, I can't. It was too dangerous. Everyone was like lurking and like I just felt like super unsafe. So I had to take an Uber to go home, to grab my car, to drive all the way back to go to Tocaya. Because I was just scared. And I'm normally not a scared person.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's just I feel like right now is a tough time and crime always goes up when everything's tough. And right now LA is so expensive. Everything, you know?
True.
It's just hard.
It's crazy.
Well, they've basically decriminalized shoplifting. You know this? In LA?
No.
Yeah, in LA. So if it's less than $950 value that's being stolen, it's just a ticket. They don't even arrest you. So I'll tell you a really quick story. A friend of mine was head of security at a mall in Culver City a couple years ago. This guy like grabbed a pair of sneakers and ran out of the store. And security of the mall was chasing this guy. He got hit by a car in the parking lot while he was getting chased. And the thief sued the mall for like $2 million and won. So now all these stores have like a hands-off policy. Like if anybody shoplifts, they can't even touch the guy. They just have to be like, you can verbally be like, stop it. But you can only just like call the police. And by the time the cops get there, the thief is obviously gone. So then like once word gets out, people realize like, oh yeah, like there's no punishment for stealing.
Should we go to the mall after this podcast? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I have to say though, of us not being scared. I feel like is this thing on? Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, it's on.
On Instagram, I was like, some guy reached out to me to take pictures, and he was like, I'm a photographer, and I want to do like more comedian pictures because I love to work with comedians.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, let me see. And then there wasn't that many pictures on his Instagram. But then I like looked at his website. It could have been like just pictures that he put up of other people's photography. I have no idea. But I was like, sure, I'll do it. Can I bring my friend Betsy though? And then we went. And this guy, like complete stranger, have no idea, never met him, has no picture of himself on Instagram. It's like a very vague page. And so Betsy and I are going. And Betsy is to make, to for security. So we're both going to take pictures for free, which was, the situation. And she was running late, and then he was just standing outside. It was like a gated apartment, and he was like, yeah, just come on in. And I was like scared because I'm like now getting locked into some apartment complex that's like underground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Betsy, this is where I'm at. Hurry up, blah, blah, blah. And then we end up taking pictures with him, and it was some of the best pictures we had ever taken.
Yeah.
We got super lucky.
We use them all the time. But by the way, do you remember? You sent me the address. I snapshot the address, sent it to my friend Tara. And I was like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm going to be there at this time. You better have your phone glued to you. If I don't call you at 12:05, call 911 and send the cops to this apartment. People have no idea. And I will straight up tell you, if you invite me to your house and it's the first time, someone in my clique has your address, has your phone number, and 911.
It's on our Insta story. Everyone has your address.
911 is only a minute away. Okay, so if they don't hear from me by text or phone call, you got cops at your house, and I'll be like, hey.
So we will go to unsolicited places, dangerous places, but we will give people your address. But we went, and we had the best pictures, and people were like, whoa, you just went to someone's stranger just reached out. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, but it ended up being great, wonderful. We still take pictures with him till this day. But can we talk about the other part where you wouldn't take pictures? And
yes.
Okay, this is amazing. The same photographer. So Betsy brings her sister, Felicia, who's like super crazy. She's like ready to kick anyone's ass at any moment. So they take pictures with him, and it's in his apartment, okay? And basically Felicia found a gun. Thank you. She found a crazy ass.
She
like,
sees like a couple of guns, remember?
And
Like,
so after the fact, she's like, you could never go back. Betsy has guns. Like, this guy could be crazy. And Betsy was heartbroken. She was like, but I'm so sad. I don't know what to do. I'm conflicted because it's some of the best pictures I've ever had
and he's
taken.
our
And
friend
he's our
at
friend.
this point.
Yeah,
he's
our
our
friend.
he's
Yeah,
our friend.
He's our friend. But like, we talked about it. And we're like, even if that was the case, and we're still going back, the pictures are so good. But it was fake guns. We found out that they were props.
You know how we found out they were fake guns?
On his page, he had fake guns.
I went back
Yeah.
and I saw them. Remember, I called you and I was like, I have another shoot scheduled. Like, I don't want to cancel. So I did. He shot all my dog stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and remember, I was like, you're like, this is crazy. I was like, Lorraine, it's not just guns. Felicia said it's like crazy ammunition guns. Like,
Yeah.
and you were like, and you were like, is Felicia sure?
I don't know. That sounds crazy.
And I was like, Lorraine, Felicia is like the FBI.
You did.
Turns out you were like, well, I guess Felicia's not like the FBI. That was insane. I kept saying to my mom, what do I do? Because I don't. And then I get there. It's clearly like $5 plastic guns. And I take a picture of them on the sly, text the entire thread of my family. We're all on a thread. And I'm like, Felicia's an idiot because she thought these
Oh my
were
God.
plastic.
But
I
if
was
they were
convinced.
real
I was
guns,
convinced.
it doesn't mean he's going to use them. It just means he's a gun
Right.
owner.
Yeah.
Plenty. I mean, maybe it was like
But
weird
it
to see them.
But it was crazy guns. I think that was what was scary. Like, why
Like
is he
barrel
always
with like
crazy?
fake barrels around, like type of
Machine
gun.
gun.
Yeah, assault weapons. You're saying.
Like, I would be scared.
Not like a pistol. Like it was the kind of guns
if
you see
I
in the
saw
movies.
guns in your house, I'd be scared. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I don't. I just. Sometimes it's just a scary thing.
I'm
you
scared.
know.
I mean,
But let's do a shout out to Electric Candy on Instagram, Jin.
yeah.
He's one of the best photographers. Honestly, he's so wonderful. Please go check it out. Electric Candy, right?
It's electric eye candy.
Electric Eye Candy. Electric Eye Candy on Instagram.
Electric eye candy, yeah. And then the pictures are incredible. Incredible. And I will tell you, yeah, I get scared of guns too, but because I'm from New Orleans, my mom did have a gun and drove with it on her lap because we were
Wow.
going through those types of neighborhoods where you had to,
Yeah.
like with 3 kids and a single mom, you know, but we would never touch or do anything. We knew better. Like
Yeah.
my mom would beat us down. You know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm with you on that. I'm terrified to go to places where guns are because you just don't know.
Yeah. Now I want to think of maybe buying a fake gun to scare people.
Lorraine,
If they come into my apartment and I have it, no, I'd probably get killed. I'd get murdered.
that is hilarious.
But let's wrap it up. Do you have, before you plug your stuff, do you have any life hack that you want to share with us?
Oh God, I can't think of anything.
I feel like I think we had a good life hack. We had the last chance was a life hack.
yeah. Ooh, man, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now.
I can't think of anything either. But yeah, come to our show February 19th. It's on Hump Day. Antonio's on Melrose. Check it out on our Instagram. My Instagram's Lorraine Lopez Comedy, and I'll also write it down on whatever, everything, iTunes. You can find it. Betsy, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Blingin' Betsy Comedy, and every Tuesday night on the Funny Don't Stop show with Alex Thomas. It's on iTunes, YouTube, Dash Radio, all platforms. Ba-ba.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on again. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, bestie.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye, guys.